Hi, this is Mike, and in this tutorial, we're going to look at the program EdPuzzle, and we're going to look at some of the evolutions that it's made over the last several years. EdPuzzle started off pretty basic. It's just a video program that you could add questions to. You could do open-ended questions, multiple choice, so on and so forth, and then you could assign that video to students, and students would complete it, and you could see their progress. It's kind of how it works. In order to get started, you either need to sign up or you need to go to log in. My school has a pro account, and so we would just log in. But if you want to sign up, you have options for different accounts. You get a personal account, or if your school wants an account, you can go to their schools and districts tab, and then it will you can request a quote for your district. I used to carry just an individual plan. But then my school decided to get the full pro plan. So what you can do is just go to login, and then it'll ask you teacher or student. Go to teacher, and then we sign in with Google, and that's how we go about it. Okay, and then this is my EdPuzzle dashboard. So I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to go over some basic stuff. There's a lot of different ways to approach this. When I was thinking of doing this video, I was like, it can be pretty confusing in terms of how you assign work and whatever, and what direction you want to go to simply because you can use it through your LMS, so your learning management system. We have Canvas, there's Moodle, there's other ones. I can't speak to those just because we use Canvas, but you can use EdPuzzle within those LMS programs, or you can just use it by itself. And I will say that before I move on, we use it with Canvas, and sometimes Canvas works nicely with it, and sometimes it doesn't. And that's something that we kind of learning about Canvas over the last several years since COVID, since we adopted it, is that sometimes Canvas can be good, sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating. Anywho, if you want to, so first, if you want to verify your plan, you can come up here to your icon and then go to your name. And then what you can do is you can go to your plan. Okay, and then your school is a pro school, storage unlimited. If you have just a basic free sign-in, I think you can only keep 10 videos, and then you have to start erasing the videos to create more content. So that can be kind of a pain. But you can check your school that it's registered under, so on and so forth. So that right there is the just verifying your plan. Now to the format here, some of the big additions to the newer version of EdPuzzle is right up here under Add Content. They used to only have content that you could get from like YouTube, and then EdPuzzle Originals, and then anything else that teachers made in your district. You would have access to those. That one's kind of cool because if like the science teacher next to you, created a video, you could actually go search for that video and you could use it on your own EdPuzzle. But up here in the upper right-hand corner, you can discover content, you can upload your own videos, you can record your videos. Now the record video feature is going to ask you to place a extension up here that will allow it to kind of work like Screencastify. It's kind of like a screen recorder where you can record yourself or you can record your desktop. So just keep that in mind if you want to record your own videos. And really, the basic function of EdPuzzle is just to add questions to the video. So the student has to watch the video and answer the questions at the same time. Pretty basic. Nearpod does kind of the same thing. Canvas kind of does the same thing. So I've actually kind of moved away from EdPuzzle, but some of these new features, it does serve its purpose. So basically what you would do is you can see right up here under Discover Community. So these are people that have made these videos with questions already embedded, and you can see this little icon right here. When I hover over it, it says contains 5 questions. And what you can do is you can just search. So if I wanted something on video production, I could search it. Okay, and look at all these great things on different types of video production. I could go like, let's just go algebra. Okay, and there's all these with algebra. Then you can refine your search to different subjects, grade levels, modules, all these different subcategories of searches. Or you can just go straight to YouTube and then download a video and then insert your own questions. So there's pre-done questions. There's ones that you can insert yourself. Now, the question is where do you want to put them? Do you want to create your own class that students have to go to EdPuzzle to finish, or do you want to have it work directly with your LMS? So those are two ways. So I'll click right on. I'll first start with the class that I created just for this demo, and that's test manual student entry. What I did is I created another account. I just joined the class as a student. And you can see I assigned this video, and basically this screen that I have is the screen where I'm a student. Okay, and so basically, let me just go ahead and click on this. It says that the video is 60% watched. Okay. And it says not turned in, but the grade is 100 out of 100. So this is the interesting thing with EdPuzzle is that if the students don't watch the entire video all the way through, then it will appear not turned in and not finished. Okay. But because I allowed, since I turned off prevent skipping and I was allowed to speed up the videos, I just kind of scrolled through it real fast. But just keep that in mind when students watch the videos. I would recommend just going prevent skipping and disallow speed up videos. So they have to watch every second of the video as they go through it. I was a bad student here and I basically just went through it. And if I double click on it, here's the video. And you can see like my progress is I started skipping back and forth.
Hypercardioid. Last is the
Okay. So I would have to watch every second of this video and answer each one of these questions. You can see they come up locked. So let me go back to my teacher screen. If I turn that off and turn that back on and then refresh the screen, okay, and then I came back to my student version, I could go to these questions now. Okay. So the questions will pop up and I'm able to kind of fast forward through the video.
Especially my make a choice tailored to your specific recording application.
The problem with that is as I kind of scroll through the video, it's basically saying that I'm not finishing it because I'm not watching every second. So that's just something to keep in mind as you go through it. The other cool feature that they have is there's a live mode feature. And when you click on this, you can actually play the video. And when the students are on EdPuzzle, the video will pop up and they'll be forced to everybody to kind of watch the video on your screen and then answer the questions as they go. So that's kind of like the Nearpod live mode feature, which can be handy if you want everybody to be on the, kind of on the same page. Okay. So if I go back and I come over here to gradebook, you can see that like I've already graded this and but it says I only spent like 8 minutes watching, it was responding to a 6-minute video. That's how long I engaged with the video. Which not great. I mean, it's going to take kids, if there's 10 questions in a video and the video is 10 minutes long, it's usually going to take them 20 minutes to finish it because they need time to watch it and back up and answer the questions and things like that. Anyway, so this screen there, that's my grade book. I'm the only student in there. You can go to class members. You can see I'm the only one there. If you need to invite more students, so if you're doing the manual version of EdPuzzle and you want to invite students in, you have to send them a code. And all you have to do is come over here to invite students. And then that is our class code right there. So it's very similar to like Google Classroom where there's a code. Then you send it to the kids. They type in the code, so on and so forth. That kind of like, so here's my student screen. So if I go here, the class code is always up here in the right-hand corner. And then, so that's my student screen. And let's see here, if I go to my account, I can go log out. So if I'm a student and I come in, this is what it looks like. I can go log in. I can go, I'm a student, and then sign in with Google. And then this is the account that I have that I signed up as a student. Okay. It'll log me right in because I already put the class code in. But that's at this point when you sign in, that it'll say put in the class code. And then you'll be able to put it in. And then that's kind of it for that. You're in the student separately from Canvas. So if you want to enter in from Canvas, then what you have to do is, I'm going to use my sandbox here. And if your LMS allows it, I don't know if it's similar or not. I can't really speak to that just because we use Canvas specifically. You would go to assignments, and then I would go plus assignment, and then I would have to name this test video for EdPuzzle. And then I would just do that and then assign the number of points. Now, something to mention is that every point total for every EdPuzzle on EdPuzzle is 100 points, right? So you can't change that. It's worth 100 points. That's it. But if you use it separately from your LMS, then you just figure out kind of like a good way to kind of scale those grades back into your grade book. However, if you do use your LMS, at least with Canvas, what it does is if I go, this is worth 10 points, what it'll do is it will do the percentage of 100. In other words, EdPuzzle, the only amount total for the assignment is 100. So when you go to do your grading, Canvas will automatically scale that grade based on the points you put in. So even though it says 10 points, it will automatically reconcile with this 100-point mandatory amount that EdPuzzle puts in. So that's really one of the positive features about using the LMS is that it will automatically scale for you. Whereas if you are if you have students that are manually entered into EdPuzzle, you will have to scale it yourself if you don't like the point total of 100. Because what you will be able to do is download the grade book, but you will have to scale it yourself based on what your needs are. So that's basically what happens when you do the manual student entry. So using Canvas can be good. So if you look right here, this is what it looks like when it's automatically put in to the LMS. Okay, and so students will come here and they will see this immediately in the student view. I do not think it comes up in student view though. That's one of the kind of the disadvantages. See, it's asking for like a login. Students will actually be able to see this, but because this is my personal, this is my teacher account through Canvas. I'm not in there as a student, obviously. It won't let me see it in student view, which is kind of a disadvantage of using the LMS. So there's good parts and there's bad parts to using EdPuzzle with the LMS versus just manually entering the students. So the next portion of this is like, how do I get like videos and content done? What you can do is you just come over here to Discover. You can go to the community and then do all these refined searches for videos that you might want. And just keep in mind, all these little icons on here represent questions that are already done. I think for the first year I used EdPuzzle, I only used pre-done videos. But then I started working on my own content. Just remember, you have these new features up here in terms of uploading videos, recording videos, playlists, and all that stuff. You can just go to YouTube, and let's say I wanted something on video production. I could click it, go search. And then these videos that are in here, even though they already have questions, what you can do is you can add to those questions. You can delete those questions, basically make the video your own. And then if I click here on YouTube, you'll notice that all the questions go away because these are kind of the raw videos from YouTube. And also too, you can refine the search here. Let's say I went to crash course. Okay. These are pretty cool because then what you can do is you can add your own questions to the crash course videos. So there's like lots of flexibility in terms of what you can do. So what I want to do is I want to just pick a super short video for demonstration purposes. And then you can see there are no questions embedded. Okay. So this is a blank video canvas that you can use. And then what you do is you come over here to edit. Okay. And then what it'll allow you to do is do a cut, voiceover, questions. And so I can just click on any of these. If I don't want the full length of the video, then I can just cut it. And you just slide this back and forth like this. Okay. Do your
Hello,
cuts.
this is
right.
Hello,
Like this. Okay. If I want to do voiceover, then what I would do is so this one actually says a voiceover is now blocked with YouTube's terms of service. So it says you can upload your own video to record. That's another thing about using the YouTube videos. I think that if you use your own original content, then of course that allows you to upload narration over the top. So we'll just skip over to questions. Okay, and then you can do these types of questions, and you just go to a specific spot in the video, and you can go multiple choice question. You type it out, and then that question will appear at that portion of the video. Okay, so I canceled that.
Hello, this is Mike.
And I could do an open-ended one. Kids will just type it in. Okay, or let's go
Mike from Stance Media.
I can just make a note, and the note could be like, pay attention at this portion, you know, for this reason or whatever. So that's specifically EdPuzzle. There are a lot of different, you know, ins and outs in terms of how you want to use it, and how effective it is through an LMS versus just inviting kids through the course code. Of course, and then there's the points and all that kind of stuff. But that should give you a general overview of EdPuzzle and what the dashboard looks like, how it kind of looks between, you know, for students and teachers, and how it can generally be used, and of course that new content addition of upload and record video. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me.